Kyle Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports, and welcome to this video. We're going to take you on a walkthrough of the best ways to light up the end of your Enduro or dual sport motorcycle. Getting a rear brake light, tail light onto your motorcycle was a difficult thing in the past, but now we've got lots and lots of options available. So much so that we even have make model specific mounts for that perfect super custom look. We'll get to that a bit later, and we'll show you what those look like on bikes out on the sales floor. To begin with, this Cherubies unit used to be one of our #1 selling items. This literally sits on the back of the tail section of your motorcycle and gives you a rear license plate light, brake light, tail light, and a place to mount your license plate. At just under $50, this is a very rudimentary way to get that tail light and license plate mount on the back of your bike. Since then, we've had lots of modern developments. For example, the invention of LED lights and the use of them in the motorsports industry. As you can see here, we have two really small LED lights that put out more light than this old school incandescent setup. This became the more super popular way to go, and people started fabricating little brackets such as this in order to mount those lights to their fenders. While these new LED lights were a great source of light, they were lightweight, they tucked up under the fender really nicely, there really wasn't a place to mount a license plate. And that's when the situation evolved a little bit more and we started getting really neat units like this. This now tucks up under the fender of the motorcycle and gives you a nice place to mount your license plate. For less than $50, you can put a very universal unit such as this on your motorcycle. Nowadays we have make model specific kits for almost all of the most popular motorcycles out there. This here is a great example from Baja Designs. For about 75 bucks, what you get here is a complete tail section with brake light, tail light, and license plate light. This kit comes complete with all the hardware that you need to mount this tail section to factory mount locations. Now how about those absolutely brand new KTM 500 EXCs for this year 2017? We've got you covered. This here is a really neat unit that we've created here. It's our Ocelot brand, and this fits perfectly up under the tail section of your KTM. Again, you get a running light, brake light, license plate light, wiring harness, complete subsection, and this here is going to be your license plate mount that's going to go right here on the end. For just about $70, that gives you a super clean setup for the back of your motorcycle. Now, why would you want to go this route if your motorcycle already came with a license plate bracket, tail light, and turn signals? The weight of this unit is about half of that of the OEM. If you notice a lot of these bikes riding down the road, the turn signals are falling off and the license plate has been mauled by the rear tire. This keeps that from happening. Now, if you notice here on the table, I chose LED options as far as the turn signals go. The reason that I've done that is incandescent bulbs typically fail a lot sooner and more easily than LEDs. If a single LED bulb goes out, you still have plenty on that side in order to get you home until you can make the fix or the replacement. If your motorcycle came with incandescent turn signals, you're going to have to add an extra component to the motorcycle in order to keep them from flashing fast like you see on a lot of sport bikes out there on the road. This is done with what's called a load equalizer or a smart flasher relay. This very inexpensive relay plugs in line and basically provides resistance so the motorcycle can see those LED bulbs that really don't have much current drawn to them, so the motorcycle has a hard time recognizing them. That simple load equalizer completely solves that problem. Now, if you're putting these turn signals onto a motorcycle that has a single indicator light in the dash, you're going to need to install what's called a diode. This diode is going to basically separate the current from one side to the other and make that indicator light function as it should. When shopping for turn signals, you're going to see a couple different options. You're going to find universal units that are going to have bare wires on the ends and might include some wire leads, or you're going to have make model specific applications. They're going to have the actual connections that your motorcycle has. So take a look at those. There's Yamaha, Honda, Kawasaki, and KTM specific units out there if that's the type of thing you're looking for. But regardless of which way you go, wiring is really pretty simple. You've got three wires. You've got a ground, you've got a hot, and you've got the turn. So down here on the showroom floor, I want to show you this brand new 500 EXC from KTM. This here is the OEM setup, and like I said earlier, it can be a little bit of a nuisance. It actually is really heavy, flexes around like so, and as soon as the suspension comes up, this thing is toast. That's why we created this Ocelot version right here. Simply tucks in all the factory mounting, provides nice stability, and really minimizes the weight and size of this tail section. So this XCW comes with its own little brake light, tail light here. If you wanted to add one to your XC so you get that same type of functionality, this unit works perfectly. Now let's jump over to a bike that we've already installed this unit on so you can see how clean that setup really is. So this here is a prime example of our Ocelot tail light tail section. As you can see, this setup is a lot lighter than the OEM and the movement is significantly reduced. We've got your license plate mount, you've got your turn signals and your tail light, everything integrated in a perfect package. So how we light up the back of our motorcycles has changed over the years for these dual sport bikes. As you can see, this was the way it all looked, and the Cherubies unit was our best seller. Why? Because it looked just like those. You can mount this to just about any fender to get that tail light, brake light, license plate application. Nowadays, we've got this new sleek LED unit. This mounts up under the fender and replaces all of this awkwardness that we have here on the back. With all these options from the various manufacturers that we have today, putting a running light, brake light, and turn signals onto the back of your motocross or dual sport motorcycle has never been easier. We appreciate you tuning in today to watch this video, and we hope that you like and subscribe to our videos so that you can take a look at all the new stuff we have coming out on a weekly basis. I'm Kyle Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports. Until next time, take care and ride safe.